I've been growing it out as most people have during quarantine.
Yeah.
And especially in the back, it just needs a little more shaping because it's kind of starting to butterfly out a little bit. I'm starting to feel like a rock star.
Yeah.
So just want a little more control there.
Cool, man. So what we'll do is cut the sides and grow the back out into a mullet, and then you'll really be a rock star.
Okay, perfect.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jesse here at the Beardbrand Barbershop in Austin, Texas. Here with my friend Jeremy. Gonna trim his curls and do a beard trim today and get them all cleaned up. All right, Jeremy, remind me what we're doing today on your hair, man.
Cool. Yeah, so just really trying to get into a little more control. I guess as much control as you can with curls.
Yeah.
Still want to have them do their thing, but just a little more shape to it.
Yeah. So are you liking this right now? What's going on up here? You just want more shape around the perimeter?
More shape around the perimeter, and I wouldn't mind more off on top too.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, maybe I would say an inch at the max, but I mean.
All right, an inch will bring that in. So we'll do an inch off the top. We can do a little more off the bottom. I'll do shear work all around. Taper in the sides a little bit above the ear. Probably won't be completely off the ear, but it will be shaped a little better. And I'll clean up the back. I'm not like a crazy fade or anything, but I'll shorten up the back so it has a nice shape and a taper out on the neckline.
Yeah, that's good.
And then on the beard, man, what are we thinking about doing to the beard?
I would say for you, dealer's choice. Just make it look like clean it up. Yeah, clean it up. I know the neckline needs some work. The mustache a little bit too. So yeah, I would. You know, you're the expert. Do your thing.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, this has been a long process of getting the curls to a point where I could figure them out. In high school, I had a lot of hair like this, but I always combed it and brushed it, and it quite literally froed. And I just didn't understand, I guess, grooming. You know, I mean, a high school kid, you know, wasn't really a priority.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older and a little more confident in the hair, you know, I've kind of just wanted to let it do its thing.
Exactly. Now, I'm glad you embrace your curls. A lot of people grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
I get curly hair dudes. Oh, I wish my hair was straight. And get straight hair guys. I wish my hair was curly. What I'm doing with the cut is just a basic balanced cut. Traveling guide down the center, and then matching that guide to the left and right. We'll go around the corners and down the side, and then I'll taper in the sides a little bit with some angling of the shear work.
Okay.
But that's like a misconception with curly hair. Don't overthink it. For the barbers out there, don't overthink it. It's a balanced cut. That's all it is.
How did you start figuring out your curls could do stuff like this?
I got a wife. She started Googling things too much.
Yeah.
You know, she saw my pictures of kind of growing up and what it would look like and the fact that it could, but I never really put the time into understanding it. You know, I mean, I buzzed my hair for years and years and years just because I didn't want to mess with it. But as I guess getting older and getting more confident in the hair and embracing it, you know, kind of
product
letting it be more natural.
Learning about what your hair likes.
I pretty much shower every morning so I could get the curls hydrated.
Yeah.
And then by the afternoon, they're dry again. And you could tell they need something.
Yeah.
So I normally spray in some type of like hydrating mist or something like that. But what I've learned more than anything is just keep them hydrated.
Yeah, don't let them get too frizzy, out of control.
Yeah. And I shampoo once a week.
Yeah.
I just really do condition, you know,
mostly condition,
every day.
yeah, and that's people find out what works for them. People, you know, they'll hear that, oh, once a week, that sounds crazy, but no, you know, you're keeping the natural oils in your hair.
Got it.
You don't want to wash all that stuff out, and that stuff helps your curls. So now with the hair, to make it through curls, you just have to trust the process, follow your guides. A lot of basic rules of barbering. If you don't see your guide, don't cut. Things like that. So that's what I'm doing now. Now what I'm doing is kind of going up into the sides instead of down, because then I'm gonna take a lot of this weight here in the back out. Taper that up, pretty clipper over comb, pretty standard, and then we'll just give them some clean lines, and once everything's all said and done, I think the curls are gonna have a nicer shape to them. And, you know, unless I make anything or forget like a chunk of hair, honestly, you know, curls hide a lot. So if this wasn't on point, maybe you'd notice, maybe you wouldn't. But the key is here to make sure everything is on point so you have a nice overall shape. Because you can mess up curls really bad and it'll show, or sometimes curls hide those mistakes, honestly. And that might be a shortcut a lot of barbers, maybe if they're not comfortable with the curls, they might just go at it real quick and say, okay, it's fixed, it's better, I cut your hair, but really, not really.
We all wish we were a little bit taller, right?
Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, Bob. I think I'm tall enough.
Man, I make up for my shortness in pure personality and good looks.
I actually have to tell people I'm shorter than I am because they don't believe that this is 6 feet. Then I'm like,
You have an odd-shaped body, so it's very deceiving.
like technically, I'm 6'1". No one can believe that, so I have to tell people I'm 6 feet.
Like I said, I'm only 5'4", but I have like the personality.
That's not
of
true.
somebody with,
Oh,
Are you really only 5'4"?
No, that's a trick. You tell people you're a little bit shorter, and they're like, no, you're way taller. Yeah,
and your self-esteem boosted.
Yeah. Outsider trick.
I got 3 words for you, man. Amazon drop shipping, dude.
Are you getting into the game?
Return on investment, man. That's what you guys need to focus on. Y'all worried about your Fruit Loops and Cheerios, man, but you're not really worried about the big greenbacks. I sound like I've been doing this for a while, huh?
Yeah, man. Too many TikToks to the brain.
That's what it is, dude. That's this guy on TikTok that makes videos like that.
Too many TikToks. You know, TikToks. And your breath still stinks.
So I'm gonna grab my clippers here, my JRLs, man. These things go through anything, and this is all gonna come off. I'm gonna taper this back here.
Yeah, I can feel the weight coming off.
Yeah. Because we don't need the mullet. He opted out for the mullet today, but we'll get him next time.
Probably not. I've got a few buddies that might.
Yeah. They're gonna go for the mullet or what?
It's becoming actually popular again, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, all last year I rocked it, man. So.
Wow.
Beardbrand's doing it, man. We're bringing it back.
Wow.
I think we put up like 5,
Really?
6 videos. Of people
Really?
getting mullets, yeah.
Wow.
We put up a lot.
So they actually want it to look good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good mullets. Like that's the thing. Like good mullets are a thing. Crispy fade.
The modern mullet,
Yeah.
the like, I guess like more business or I don't know what you call it. Like
More business in the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
sleeker. I guess.
Stock trader in the front, party animal in the back. Definitely have to pay attention to this back here, trying to taper it out. But of course I'm finding your hair's going in a lot of different directions underneath, so it takes a little more detail than the typical neck taper to make sure all those growth patterns are tended to. So it's finally coming together. Clippers was just like for that speed and like that bulk work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go here in detail
I got you.
with the shears and possibly even with the razor to kind of just lay the back of the hair down a little bit and just add shape. See, we have growth pattern completely to the side, to the right here. So I'm definitely going with that, keeping that in mind. So I'm just dropping down sections here, taking weight out, shaping the ends of the hair. Now you can see it's still popping out, the curls are popping out, and once it dries up, obviously it's gonna be more curly, but you see how much that razor kind of smoothed out that neckline there.
Yeah, you tell you have to watch it, you have to watch what you're doing with stuff.
And I'm just refining the shape. everything all around the hair is pretty cut down to size. Getting back here behind the ears, shortening that up just a little bit.
You know what I mean, Zac Efron?
I love Zac Efron, bro. He really came into his own, man, past couple years. Yeah, down to earth, fantastic.
It's pretty sweet.
His hot ones, fantastic.
That got me to buy a Brita water filter. They're talking about like drinking clean water.
Yeah. Oh, I use a Brita. He's such a funny dude. So glad he's in comedy now.
I drink straight from the water hose, man. I actually had one installed in the kitchen just so I could feel like a old school.
So you feel like you're at home?
Well, that's where I live, bro, at home.
We got the cape on, so I'm gonna go ahead with the sitting your head back, doing the beard trim, kind of giving you a neckline. On the, we'll refine that, and then kind of maybe we'll pay attention to the detail sideburns here, and then lay you back, do some razor work, sharpen up the edges. Cool. Pretty high up underneath the chin. I start in the center. I was taught to start in the center. A lot of people don't.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there we go.
Since we're not growing it out too long, I'm gonna refine these corners a little bit. If we were going longer, I'd probably leave a more natural look. But I'll sharpen you up a bit here. I'm just doing a slight fade in between the sideburn and the beard because when that part grows in, that tends to get pretty unruly. So that'll just add a little bit more longevity on that. For me, it's more practical than it is style of this kind of faded sideburn, faded beard. For me, it's like a practical standpoint of like, that's a pretty, you know, your sideburns get annoying. That's like the first thing you know when your hair starts growing out, you're like, oh man, my hair, you know, it's getting so long. So it just adds a little bit of longevity on that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Those famous hands. Those dainty hands.
This is some of our Tree Ranger utility balm. It's a nice moisturizer for after the shave.
Smells good.
And to go through the beard.
Smells really good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scents. I like the more woodsy kind of scents when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Let's show you in the back real quick.
Oh,
The back tapered out,
That's great.
cleaned up. And then you'll have that shape around the sides now. And it should be, it's just tapered in slightly shorter than the top. And however you want to style it, it'll kind of behave better than what it has been doing for you.
Yeah, really good work, Jesse. Thank you.
So that's what I used on you. So that'll, as that stubble grows out in between beard trims, it's almost kind of acting like a beard oil. It'll kind of help moisturize that skin, and you can use it all over your hands, arms as well. It's just a moisturizer, man. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah,
you have a good one, man.
Whoever knew sweat could smell so good? I did, because I've been using Beardbrand's new deodorant. Grab it at beardbrand.com.